What is it?
Oh, no. Look, you must be exhausted. I know how it is. This is a bad time for personal...
It's all right. Here, come on, sit down. Here, let me get this out of the way for you. It's Jill, isn't it?
Jill?
Well, I can see where she could be a problem.
Well, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's not Jill. It's Susan.
Oh. Susan wants us to move out, I suppose, huh?
Mike, it has nothing to do with Jill.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. What are you hinting at?
I was just thinking, that's all, with Jill and her baby living under the same roof.
Look, I came here because we're friends. We've been friends for a long time. Now, I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with Jill.
All right, shoot.
Well, difficult to say. I feel embarrassed. That's pretty ironic, isn't it?
Well, what is the problem?
Alcohol.
The problem is alcohol?
It's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? She tries to fight it, to cover it up for my sake, but it's getting worse, Mike, and it won't be too long before she loses control.
What is it that has anything triggered her drinking now a little more than usual?
Well, there's nothing usual about Susan's drinking. There hasn't been in a long time. The point is, what can I do about it? I mean, you've seen cases like hers before.
Not quite.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, you say that she has a severe problem there, one that you can't handle too well. You know, it's an environment where Jill and her baby really shouldn't live healthily, and I can't seem to help very much with a pill or anything. Maybe she needs some outside help, maybe a sanitarium or something.
Oh, no, hold on. That seems a little drastic, doesn't it?
Well, you say the problem's getting severe, and, you know, she's beginning to lose control.
Well, Susan drinks. I mean, she drinks a lot. But, well, maybe I overstated it. Just being able to admit it, to tell you about Susan's drinking, well, I think that might be half the battle. Yeah, I think I can handle it.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't have been of more help to you.
Oh, Mike, look, I took advantage of you. You're tired. You're worried about Rodney. Yeah, well, maybe what I needed was just to confide in someone. You know, it doesn't seem that ominous now, huh? I guess what I needed was a sounding board. Thanks. What did you do to your hair?
So glad you noticed.
It's pretty hard not to. Did you dye it?
The wig. You like it?
Well, I'm not sure.
Little great for the weather. Do you see?
Isn't it a little early, even for you?
Maybe for the old Susan, but not Susan the doc. The Mediterranean Susan's a lot kickier.
We've got to talk.
Eyeball to eyeball?
About your drinking. You have a problem.
I've got a problem. Sounds like a panel show.
Now, once and for all, will you listen? No. I went to see Mike Rossi today. I thought that he might be able to help you.
Get this straight. You went to see Dr. Rossi about me.
He's probably seen hundreds of cases like yours. Social drinking that gets out of hand.
Oh, I think you've got not only the wrong person, but the wrong problem.
Susan, the hardest thing to do is to admit it. The plain and simple truth is you're an alcoholic.
I can stop drinking anytime I want.
I wish it were that simple, but Mike thinks that it'll take a lot of time. He even suggested a sanitarium, a place where you could get proper care.
That bad, huh?
Might be the best way to handle it.
Handle what? You honestly think I'm going to go off somewhere so you can be alone with Jill?
Oh, Susan.
Oh, come on, Tom, I'm not blind. You're just using my drinking as an excuse to get me out of here. You want to make a fool of yourself with that little orphan of the storm, you go right ahead, but you're going to have to do it right in front of me because I'm not leaving here.
You are having an alcoholic delusion of some kind. I'm just trying to help you.
Why now?
Because you need it now.
Tom, I have been drinking for a long, long time. How come you didn't ask a doctor before?
Because it's getting worse. Now, you know that.
Not good enough. Nope. You just want me out of here so you can be alone with Jill.
You don't even know what you're saying anymore. Now, you're starting it earlier, and you keep it up all day long. It's completely out of control.
Darling, I repeat, I can stop my drinking anytime I want to. Can you stop your problem with Jill anytime you want to?
Leslie. I've been waiting. I've got to talk to you.
I'm on my way to the hospital.
I've got to talk to you. It's about Rodney.
We'll make it quick. All right, what is it?
I was trying to hurt Rod. I've always tried to hurt him.
Are you telling me you deliberately drove him off the road?
Well, of course not. I'm telling you what was on my mind. Before the accident, just before the accident. I'm telling you because I have to. No, I had it all worked out.
What are you talking about?
I drive out to the bike shop to pick up Betty. She didn't want to come, but I convinced her she should. That was before the accident. Just before the accident.
What did Betty have to do with it?
Nothing. Except she was in my car when the accident occurred. Now, this is why I wanted to. This is why I had to rush out to where Rod and Norman were. This is why I wanted Betty present when Rod and Norman read this. This is why I was driving my car on that road at that exact moment. And this is why there was an accident.
I'm in no mood for your game, Stephen.
Take it. It's the promissory note for $50,000 you signed over to Eddie Jacks.
How did you get that?
A while back, I was called to Boston to go over some of Mr. Peyton's things he had in his briefcase when he checked into the clinic. I took it. I stole it.
Of course. You were going to destroy their new partnership by proving that the money for it all came from my corruption. Are you trying to work it out through that mind of yours that because of this, it's my fault that Rodney's lying there in that hospital bed?
No, I'm trying to tell you it was my fault.
I gave you the reason, the weapon. This made it possible for you to hurt them. And it almost killed Rodney.
No, it didn't do anything. Now, Mr. Peyton had that note in his possession, and even he wasn't destructive enough to use it. No, Leslie. No. It's me.
You could kill, couldn't you, Stephen?
I suppose I could at one time. But that was before I saw Rod lying against that tree. I had that note in my jacket pocket, and it pressed so hard against me.
If you're apologizing, forget it. It's too late for that now.
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
You don't really expect me to believe you, do you?
I don't care whether you believe me or not. I've given you back your weapon. And I don't want to hurt my brothers anymore.
Your brothers? You don't have any brothers, Stephen. Technically, yes. Biologically, yes. But their name is Harrington. Norman and Rodney don't have any brothers. That's your dream, your fantasy. Your envy of their legitimate birthright is burning you up inside. It always has, and it always will.
All right. And deserve that. And deserve anything you say. Anything you can do.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
When I offered you my services, you pleaded my case to Rod.
Why can't you just leave him alone, Stephen? Everything you touch is sick. The only reason you had any part of our business is so you could stay close to Betty.
What's the matter? Can't you stand the truth? You accuse me of chasing Jill out of this house. Well, did it ever occur to you that she may just have left because of you?
She didn't leave because
Oh,
of me.
didn't she? Why wouldn't she after she found out what you wanted?